Amazing beautiful people, and welcome back to another reaction video. So we've been checking out a couple of random videos here and there, stuff we don't usually do. We checked out the history of the entire world, I guess. Was it Bill Wirtz? We then checked out his history of Japan video, and I've been seeing a lot of recommendations to check out OverSimplified. You guys have been asking me to check out their channel too. Apparently it's very interesting. And this one right here, the Emu War OverSimplified, has been heavily recommended. Now I know a tiny bit about the Emu War. It's like a meme, isn't it? That like Australia went to war against emus. That's pretty much about all I know. So this sounds kind of interesting. I've also seen a link to the Pig War OverSimplified and the Three Kingdoms OverSimplified. And then Puppet History did an Emu War video as well. I'm a big fan of Puppet History. I really like the Watcher channel. Their content's amazing. So yeah. Now these videos are a bit random for this channel where I review music and anime. So if you guys are liking these, if you're enjoying them, show some love. Make sure you press that like button. Leave a comment down below and let me know what you'd like me to react to next. Keep firing these recommendations my way. If you guys keep watching them, I'll keep doing them. And don't forget to press that subscribe button as well. That's how I see if people are enjoying the videos. I look at how many people are subscribing, and that's what I react to next. So make sure you press the subscribe button. If you're not subscribed to, press that subscribe button. I'm telling you, press it right now. But yeah, keep these recommendations coming. A huge shout out to Judd. He's the one who sent me down this rabbit hole as well. Amazing streamer, good friend of mine. So make sure you go follow Judd on Twitch too. And I'm going to stop talking. Don't forget to subscribe. Again, and let's jump into my first time of reaction. The OverSimplified channel, Emu War.
Is Australia. For the man who imagines being strangled by a tarantula while a kangaroo breaks his kneecaps and thinks, yes, please.
Yeah, sounds about right.
For the man who pictures himself being eaten by a snake in the burning outback while eating a Vegemite sandwich and thinks, yes, please. And that man was
pretty sure this is how everyone on the planet, including Australians, views Australia.
Governor Arthur Phillip, who landed in Eastern Australia in 1788, presumably saw a dingo being eaten by a crocodile, being eaten by a death adder, being eaten by a koala, being eaten by Mel Gibson, and thought to himself, yes, good. Now I know what you're thinking, but oversimplified, the British didn't discover Australia, the Vikings did. And you'd be wrong. I'm not sure why you'd think that. But hey, if you love Vikings so much, then why don't you check out today's sponsor?
So, there was an ad break there. Obviously, we're going to cut that out because I don't mind promoting people's work, like the OverSimplified channel or any of their work, but I'm not going to promote an ad that they're promoting their thing. Vikings didn't discover Australia? Did anyone think that, or was that just a segue to the ad? I never thought Vikings discovered Australia, but then again, I didn't think the British discovered Australia. It's always funny when people say, we discovered this country, even though there's people already there.
Buy! Man, this is great. The market will continue to grow forever. But what if it doesn't? Oh crap, I never thought of that. Sell! And the stock market crashed, which led to economic downturn, which meant banks wouldn't lend anyone any money, which led to more economic downturn, which meant everyone stopped buying stuff, which led to more economic downturn. And hey, what if all the crops in the Great Plains were destroyed in a drought and then a big dust storm engulfed the area? That's right, more economic downturn. And in an effort to combat the crisis, America began imposing tariffs on foreign imports, which made the economic downturn go global, and the earth got really depressed. But one nation that was hit harder than most by the whole affair, Australia. The problem for Australia was that it relied heavily on its export industries, and in the current economic climate, no one was buying. To make things worse, Australia had introduced its own currency and pegged it onto the gold standard via the British pound, but then the UK started messing with its own peg on the gold standard, and if this is starting to sound confusing, then let me oversimplify it for you. Hey UK, looks like my car is broken down. Want to give me a tow? No problem, friend, I got you.
Walks in British. Alright.
More economic downturn.
I see, yeah.
The point I'm trying to make is things weren't good, and in particular, it was Australia's farmers that were suffering most. After the First World War, Australia had given returning veterans land for farming, but with the current economic crisis...
You guys ever see that World War I movie about like Australia as well? Terribly depressing movie. Don't watch it. Great movie. Don't watch it.
The farmers just weren't making enough money, and many left to go find work in the cities. But for those who remained, things were about to get even worse.
It's the emu! Oh my god!
Before we get into that, it's time for some cultural exchange. My national bird is the bald eagle. It's a strong patriotic symbol of America and a deeply valued and protected species. My national bird is the peafowl. It's a beautiful creature whose vivid colors represent India, so we list it as a protected species.
Wait, is a peafowl and a peacock not the same thing? Are they not the same thing? Wait, I remember reading about this. They are and they aren't.
National bird is the emu, and it's a pest.
Why?
Also bloody delicious. Emus,
eat them?
6 feet tall, 90 to 120 pounds, and able to run at speeds up to 40 miles per hour, usually return to the coast after their breeding season. But suddenly they found Western Australia full of lush, wet farmland. Oh my, look at all this delicious wheat that just so happens to be growing here in large quantities. Hey guys, get a load of this. You know, my, look at all this delicious wheat that just really gets so that's really good. Oh yeah, grains every day. Hey, who left this big hole in the fence? Guys, get a load of this. Oh wow.
Amazing.
What a lovely morning for some farming. What? Those damned emus, they have it in for me. They're bullies. They're nothing but bullies. Calm down, Bruce. They're just animals. It's not personal.
Classic Bruce, man. Classic Bruce. Always thinking it's personal. Bruce, the whole world isn't out to get you, right? You calm down, Bruce. Chill out. It's not personal.
Hey, Farmer Bruce, where did you find that hat? The toilet?
Okay, maybe it's a little bit personal for Bruce. Maybe a little bit.
Yes. 20,000 emus cost the already struggling farmers millions more pounds in lost crops and damages. The situation couldn't continue like this. Something had to be done. So in 1932, the farmers turned to the government for help. You'd think they'd go to the Minister of Agriculture, but these farmers said no. This is a job for the military. So they went to George Pearce, the Minister of Defense. That's right, Australia was to go to war with the emus. But not everyone was happy with the idea. This is barbaric. We can't go slaughtering thousands of our own national bird. Oh, come on, guys. The machine guns will make it quick and painless. Machine guns? You're using machine guns? This is animal cruelty. Look, I know it's unusual, but it's not like we're poachers turning the birds into feather hats. Think of the benefits. It'll be good target practice for our boys. The government can show it took action. Plus, I can get myself a nice new feather hat. Did I say feather hat? I meant I want to gather chat with you about getting you all some nice new feather hats. Did I say feather hats? I meant I want to wage terror at these emus and turn them all into feather hats. Damn it! Of course, Pearce first made the farmers sign
Did they get the feather hats? But did they get those feather hats? This is very strange. So far, not too strange. Emus eating all the wheat. Australia wanted to get rid of them. The strangest thing is the farmers were like, all right, we need some help. Let's go to the military. That's the weirdest thing so far.
An agreement saying that they would pay for the whole thing and that Pearce wouldn't take any of the blame if the operation, that was clearly very stupid, turned out to indeed be stupid. And the operation went ahead. Major G.P.W. Meredith and his men were sent with 2 Lewis machine guns to hunt down and take out the evil emu population in Western Australia.
Target 2 machine guns. It's not a lot.
Spotted. Well, was it an emu? No, sir. It's an emo.
Oh.
Damn it, Jones. Learn your vowels. I'm sorry. Okay, it looks like the humans are coming for us. But check this out. I've come up with an amazing plan.
What's the emu's
See if
plan?
you can follow me here, okay? When they approach, we run away. Sir, you're a genius. Pearce sent a camera crew along with the machine gunners to capture some good old propaganda for the government. And the first battle took place in November.
They're literally going to go slaughter birds, and they were like, this would be great footage. Bring the cameras. All right. Australia, you're a bit weird, you know.
Champion. The men spotted a mob of emus from a distance, so they set up the guns and opened fire. The emus split up into smaller groups and ran in every direction. The men were only able to kill what they called a number of birds, but the vast majority got away. Cut! Surprisingly, many of the emus were able to take multiple bullets, but still run at full speed to safety, causing Meredith to compare them to tanks, saying if we had a military division with the bullet-carrying capacity of these birds, it would face any army in the world. Okay, we need to get closer. No, you idiots, not to me, to the emus. Oh, sorry. No. I like it. So next, they tried sneaking up on a large number of emus near a local dam and firing at short range. Maybe the men were just unlucky, but my professional opinion says the emus were magic, because both guns jammed after just 12 emus were killed, and once again, the rest got away. Cut!
I am kind of leaning to believe that maybe they are magic. Maybe.
The men were feeling a little humiliated after losing to a pack of discount ostriches, so they decided to move further south, where the emus were said to be tamer. And this time, they had a new strategy. Okay, Jones, here's the plan. You mount the machine gun in the back, I'll chase the emus, you shoot. Got it? Got it. I'm gonna shove that camera up your... The operation was a fiasco, and the press had a field day. In Parliament, Pierce was lambasted.
Did you see the newspaper just said filler text? I don't know what went wrong with the truck plan. It seemed like a great plan.
And an opposition party member suggested that medals should be handed out to the emus, who had won every round so far. Pierce, feeling quite humiliated, called the operation off. But 4 days later, the farmers approached again and said, "Hey man, the emus are still eating all our crops. Can you send the army back out here?" And Pierce was like, "Yeah, okay." So the operation was back on for round two. And this time Meredith and his men had learned the emus' guerrilla tactics and were much more successful, with reports suggesting the men were cutting down 300 emus every week. I hope you boys are getting great footage of this. What on earth are you filming? Despite the success, the media had lost interest in the whole thing. But with 1,000 emus killed, Pierce finally ended the operation and returned to Parliament declaring victory for the humans. So there were 20,000 emus out there destroying crops, and you've killed 1,000. Meaning there's still 19,000 emus out there. Yep. And in addition, you've burned through 10,000 rounds of ammunition. Meaning you wasted 10 rounds per confirmed kill. That's right. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and call this one for the emus. At least I got a feather hat. What? So in the end, the emus won the Great Emu War of 1932, and the emus continued to wreak havoc on the farmers for years to come. The government
I don't get this picture. Okay.
introduced a bounty system, which saw some success. But for a moment, let's take some time to remember the brave men who said goodbye to their families and risked their lives to take on the great, evil emu population in Western Australia. But even more importantly, let's think of the friends they made, the bond they created, and the memories they shared.
Take me home to golden fields and sights of days gone by. It's where the heart lies.
What the fuck's going on? What?
With stories on.
Hey, guys? I solved the emu crisis.
Oh, this guy solved.
Really? How? I just made some better fences.
That was it? That was it? Is that real? Wait, you're telling me... Hold on one second. Hold on. Now, maybe I'm stupid. That could be the case. People have told me that before. Maybe I am stupid, but I presumed that when they went to the military, all these farmers, that they had tried things like maybe a fence. That was my guess. Are you telling me they had no fences, these wooden fences, the emus were breaking through them, or whatever they were doing? Somehow the emus were getting to their crops. But then again, no, I mean, I don't know. I was going to say, then again, you do see just crops in a field. It's not uncommon for them not to be fenced off. But at the same time, it is also not uncommon for them not to be. Like, it's a tough one. Yeah, I don't know about that. I'm just saying, you would think maybe they tried the fence first. So, the Great Emu War. Australia, let's oversimplify the oversimplify. Australia, emus terrorizing Australia's wheat. Australia, like, that's bad. Instead of doing anything at all, they immediately go, we need guns. Okay, get guns, start shooting emus, killed 1,000, barely changed the problem, wasted a lot of time, somehow lost against emus, who they compared to tanks, and then built a fence. Alright. I see you, Australia. I see you. Interesting. See, I always presumed Australia was this place where I would fly over there, get off the plane, and immediately be eaten by a spider. Like, that's what I imagine. Like the movie Eight-Legged Freaks? That's why I imagine Australia's just like every day. Like, that movie's a horror movie, like horror comedy, but I imagine I get off the plane, that's what it's like. There's spiders jumping on people, people getting eaten by snakes, all sorts of stuff. I don't understand how anyone actually can live in Australia, but that's what I imagine it's like, right? It is, right? It's boiling hot. So hot that you might just explode as you get off the plane. Oh, lovely country, just into flames. And if you don't explode into flames, you'll get eaten by a spider. If you don't get eaten by a spider, you get eaten by a snake. If you don't get eaten by a snake, you get punched in the face by a kangaroo. But now now the emu thing has kind of changed how I see Australia. I'm just saying. So one question: the oversimplified stuff, is this all accurate? Is this all like actually accurate? Did this happen? Kind of crazy that there was a war against an animal and humans lost. And I don't mean that in like a weird geniuses kind of way, but I just mean like you would assume that if the military went to war against any animal, they would win because animals can't use guns. And guns are kind of like the cheat code weapon that we've invented. I mean, look at anyone watches the Dr. Stone anime, you'll know what I mean. So I'm getting a little bit confused. But fair enough. Why does it say MVP oversimplified's toilet? What did the toilet do? Is it because he had 8 cups of coffee? Honestly, this was a lot of fun. This is really cool. I love these videos that make like learning history simple. It reminds me when I was younger, I used to watch like Horrible Histories, just like a British show. It used to be really cool. And I still would happily watch it now. I like stuff like this, which like makes learning history fun. Because history is fantastic and wonderful. And we have thousands of years of like humanity on this planet. And it's curious to like learn different things about our ancestors. So stuff like this I do find really awesome. If you guys are enjoying these kind of random videos we're doing at the moment, and you want to recommend more, go for it. Fill up that comment section with recommendations. These are very out of my comfort zone for videos I do on here on YouTube. Don't really fit the theme, but if I am a reaction channel in general, so if people want these, I'll react to them. Just let me know. Don't forget to subscribe and fill up that comment section with recommendations. And if you know a bit about the Emu War, educate me further on this too, because I'm always curious to learn. I'll read as many comments as I can on this video. Anyway, have an amazing day. Once again, don't forget to subscribe. And as always, my friends, stay away from emus. They appear to be incredibly dangerous. And you right there will see me in the next video.